For wheelchair users, mobility is not simply about movement from one place to another. It is about access, independence, dignity, and participation in everyday life. While progress has been made in accessibility standards and public awareness, wheelchair users still encounter daily challenges that can limit opportunity and create unnecessary barriers. Overcoming these challenges requires thoughtful infrastructure, strong advocacy, and responsible use of accessibility accommodations, such as a disability permit. Physical barriers remain one of the most visible challenges. Uneven sidewalks, missing curb cuts, steep ramps, narrow doorways, and inaccessible entrances can make even short trips difficult. Parking lots may lack sufficient accessible spaces, or access aisles may be blocked by improperly parked vehicles. In many cases, the issue is not a complete absence of accessibility features, but poor maintenance or lack of compliance. Accessible design is about more than installing a ramp. It requires careful planning to ensure that pathways are wide enough, slopes meet safety standards, and entrances connect seamlessly to interior spaces. Wheelchair users need adequate turning space in hallways, restrooms, and public areas. Elevators must function reliably, and signage must clearly indicate accessible routes. Accessible parking plays a crucial role in daily mobility. Designated spaces are located close to building entrances and are wider than standard spaces to allow room for ramps or lifts. Access aisles provide the clearance necessary for safe transfers. Without this additional space, entering or exiting a vehicle can be unsafe or impossible. A valid disability permit allows eligible individuals to use these designated parking spaces. Responsible use ensures that accessible spaces remain available for those who genuinely rely on them. When non-eligible drivers misuse accessible parking, wheelchair users may be forced to park farther away, increasing physical strain and potential risk. However, accessibility is not solely about infrastructure. Attitudinal barriers can be just as limiting. Misunderstandings about disability, assumptions about ability, or lack of awareness about invisible conditions can create social obstacles. Public education and awareness are essential to foster respect and inclusion. Advocacy is a powerful tool for change. Wheelchair users and allies often work together to promote stronger enforcement of accessibility laws, encourage infrastructure improvements, and raise awareness about everyday challenges. Advocacy can take many forms, from community meetings and policy discussions to social media campaigns and local initiatives. Legislation such as the Americans with Disabilities Act established important standards for accessibility in public spaces. These regulations require accessible entrances, restrooms, parking spaces, and transportation services. Yet compliance depends on enforcement and ongoing attention. Advocacy helps ensure that accessibility standards are maintained and improved over time. Transportation access is another critical issue. Reliable public transit, accessible buses and trains, and properly maintained lifts allow wheelchair users to travel independently. When transportation systems fail to meet accessibility standards, opportunities for employment, healthcare, and social participation may be limited. Technology has also advanced mobility solutions. Adaptive vehicles, powered wheelchairs, and assistive devices have expanded independence for many individuals. Combined with accessible infrastructure and parking accommodations, these tools help create a more inclusive environment. Community involvement strengthens progress. Businesses can conduct accessibility audits to identify and correct barriers. Property owners can ensure that accessible parking spaces are properly marked, maintained, and unobstructed. Local governments can prioritize inclusive urban planning that benefits wheelchair users and others with mobility challenges. Education is equally important. Teaching children and adults about accessibility promotes empathy and responsible behavior. Simple actions such as keeping sidewalks clear, respecting designated parking spaces, and offering assistance when appropriate contribute to a more inclusive culture. It is also important to recognize that accessibility benefits many people beyond wheelchair users. Parents with strollers, older adults, and individuals recovering from temporary injuries all benefit from curb cuts, ramps, and accessible parking. Inclusive design improves usability for everyone. Overcoming challenges for wheelchair users requires a combination of infrastructure, enforcement, and community commitment. Accessibility should not be an afterthought. It should be integrated into planning, design, and policy decisions from the start. Responsible use of a disability permit is part of this broader effort. When accessible parking spaces are preserved for those who qualify, they provide essential support for independence and participation. Respecting these accommodations reflects a shared responsibility to uphold accessibility. Ultimately, accessibility is about equity. It ensures that wheelchair users can navigate public spaces safely and confidently. It enables employment, education, social connection, and full participation in community life. Through advocacy, education, infrastructure improvement, and responsible behavior, barriers can be reduced and opportunities expanded. Every ramp maintained, every accessible parking space protected, and every inclusive policy adopted moves communities closer to true accessibility. Wheelchair users deserve environments that support independence and dignity. By recognizing challenges and working collaboratively towards solutions, society can create spaces where mobility limitations do not prevent meaningful participation. Accessibility is not simply a legal requirement. It is a reflection of respect, inclusion, and shared commitment to equal opportunity for all. We hope this video helped answer your questions. If you need a handicapped placard or plate and want to avoid the confusion and long wait times, visit handicappedparking.com. Our licensed doctors are available online to help you from the comfort of your home, making the process simple and stress-free. Subscribe for more helpful information on disabled parking permits, and leave a comment if you have any questions. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.